Hey guys, this is Julie from Crafty Beach on YouTube. I'm going to use some of the Dollar Tree Shore Living Starfish and one of these wood shelves from the Dollar Tree to make a really fun towel rack. I'm going to hang mine next to my hot tub. It'd be great for a bathroom or a pool area as well. So this is the sign I'm using. It's actually a shelf, but I'm going to use it as a sign. And I just removed all the rope on it and I'm going to paint it beachy blue. I love this color. This is my favorite color of blue. It's the Cloudless Blue by Apple Barrel. I think it's really beachy and fun. And now I am going to measure where I want my starfish to be. I centered one and then evenly measured out about how far away I wanted them. And then I'm also going to measure this way to make sure I'm kind of have it centered on the board before I start drilling holes in it. So I'm just going to drill a hole where each one of the starfish are going to go. I'm going to have the starfish kind of bumped out from the back of it so that it can actually hang towels on it. And I actually have those towels from Target that have like the little loops on them, so it's going to work really well for those. Now to bump it out, I just wanted to use something I had from the Dollar Tree, so I'm going to use wood stems. You could probably also use like the little mini Jenga blocks from Dollar Tree. I'm trying to find 3 that are the same height and that are kind of skinny so that I can kind of hide them behind the starfish. And I'm going to drill a hole in each end of these. Pre-drilling everything is really important because you don't want stuff to split. So now it's time for the starfish. You get 3 in a package. They're made out of like a plastic resin. But you can drill through them. Be careful though. You could break them if you're not too careful. But I got a hole drilled in all 3 of those. Now it's just a matter of putting it all together. I'm going to use different size screws kind of depending on where they're going to go. And how I do it is I just feed the screw in from the back like that. And then screw that into the Dollar Tree wood stem. I found that it wanted to spin, so I found it was a little bit easier to hold the wood stem in place with a pair of pliers. That way it didn't spin around as I drilled it in. You can also use that to kind of tighten it if it doesn't get super tight. I found that I think the screwdriver worked a little bit better. Maybe my screw bit on my drill was a little too powerful, so I did kind of switch back and forth there. Trying to get those all on there properly. So we have the 3 wood stems attached to the Dollar Tree shelf sign. And then it's just a matter of attaching the starfish. Since these aren't real starfish, they're made out of plastic material, I think they will hold up well for this task. I just start the screw in it and screw the starfish directly onto the wood stem. I'm going to have like in the middle point, like pointing up on all 3 of them. And I'm doing this just with a screwdriver because, again, I don't want to break the starfish. They can break if you are too rough with them. The reason I want the starfish to be pointed up like that is so I can use that as a hook. I think you could probably throw a towel over them, but mine do have hooks, so I'm going to actually put mine on the starfish. Now to cover the screw, I'm just going to use some spackle. I don't really have like, a hole big enough in them to kind of have it countersinked. But I'm just going to kind of disguise it with some of the spackle the best that I can. Just kind of filling that in, letting it dry. And I went back and filled it in again. I just kind of want to completely hide the screw because that part of it is kind of ugly. I just want you to be able to see the cute starfish. I'm also going to touch it up with a little white paint, the spackle, and kind of bring out some of the texture on that resin starfish as well, just to give it a little bit of variety. But otherwise, I really like the white color and the white starfish against the blue background. Since I'm going to be holding towels on this, I'm going to need it to be really strong. So I'm actually just going to hang it to the wall with the holes on the side of the shelf. Just screw it directly into the wall to make it, super strong. And I'm just sealing all of that spackle and stuff that I put on there with a little bit of Mod Podge because I don't want that coming off since, it's going to kind of get rubbed up against with towels and stuff like that as I use it. I also kind of textured the spackle a little bit with just a Cricut weeder to give it that same bumpy texture that the rest of the starfish had, so it kind of blends in and you can't tell that there's a screw even there. It actually turned out pretty sturdy, and let me show you what it looks like. Here on the bottom, I'm showing you how it looks with my towels hanging on it, just hanging it over the starfish. Really fun.